Live from Studio 3 in downtown Wenatchee, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley has safely arrived on the airwaves on this Wednesday, the 26th day of September, 2018. I am Dan Kuntz, your host, Steve Erin, news guy. To my immediate left, Katz in control. Good Wednesday to you.
You too, Dan.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
You know, I was watching the news yesterday and recalling back on our radio days when we interviewed Bill Cosby.
Yes, we did.
And
When
brought
he came
back
to
some
town,
memories, but of course, when we interviewed him, all of these revelations had not come out.
I was thinking the same thing. It's funny.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby performed at the Town Toyota Center probably 5-6 years ago now.
Yeah.
I want to say, and part of the deal is he interviewed the star, and we got the cell phone number of his manager, and we called him up, and he was on the tour bus, and the manager handed us the phone, and we were supposed to talk to Bill Cosby for about 10 minutes, and I think he riffed for about 40.
About 40, yeah, something
Just
like that.
kept going. Yeah.
But anyway, sentenced to 3 to 10 years in a state prison as a result of that conviction.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Outside of that, how you doing? Got a great show for you today. Steve's got the news. We got sports. What a great night of volleyball action at the Eastmont High School Gymnasium. Our cameras were there 2 hours. It went all the way to 5 sets. It's something about the Panther and Eastmont volleyball rivalry brings out the best in these two teams. It was very entertaining. We'll have highlights when we get to that in just a couple of minutes. It comes your way with sports. We have the obscure holiday today in history, birthdays. Everyone is entitled to Mike Benatti's opinion. And in the second half of the program, to bail this show out, which is what they usually do, Erin will be joining me from Wellness Place, and also Darrell Mitchell, who is one of the marketing gurus at the Wenatchee Wild. We'll be talking about the bra chandelier. It's back again this year. Of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so they're putting together the bra chandelier. All the cool stuff that Wellness Place does. We love Wellness Place, so Erin can come in whenever she wants. And Pink at the Rink will be back again this year in conjunction with the Wenatchee Wild. That's why Daryl will be on hand, and they're doing some different things this year, mixing things up a little bit.
Fun.
Which I'm all for.
Good.
We have a busy day. We'll be at the WUWV Awards luncheon later on this morning into the afternoon to be covering that. We got a lot of news to get to. I don't know where else to go except maybe around the valley and get us going.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like out there at this point.
It looks like that.
Pretty.
There's the Wenatchee Valley. Cal, our latest hire, Cal Fitzsimmons, who's working out really well. You were super wrong about Cal. He's going to work out awesome, Steve. He did not know why we called that the cross cam. And I said, well, it's actually adjacent, not right next to the cross at the very tip of Wenatchee Heights. It's about 150 feet to the east of it. But that's why we call it the cross cam, because we have to name, and there we go.
Oh, look at the colors from the earlier.
So is this a time lapse you're going to show us, Kat? Okay. Kat's going to show us a little time lapse from what it looked like as it came up, and that's got those wispy high clouds. We're only about 10 minutes into sunrise today on this beautiful, beautiful valley. And boy, that camera came in handy. Thank you, Kat. That camera came in handy yesterday afternoon with that traffic snafu.
Yeah, we'll have some more on that coming up here. As a matter of fact, it was really a mess.
A lot of people checked it out on our Facebook page when we put the traffic jams up, and it helped people out because they were able to avoid the area and use alternate transportation to get to where they needed to go. Good morning, Omi Gardens. Good to see you here. This camera, pretty much the opposite of the cross camera. It's about the same height, maybe a little bit lower, Steve, and it's pointing the exact other direction. A great deal of the East Wenatchee bench comes into view that way.
You can see a part of the East Side Trail there as it makes its way up the corridor towards the dam.
I have not been on the new area of the East Side Trail that goes from the Otobashan Bridge up to the dam. I have not been on that yet.
I haven't, well, I've been on the trail, just put it that way. But
I got to do that new portion. I haven't done that yet. I'm writing that down right now. Camera 3. Kat says, let's say hello to a big thing full of water that looks like Lake Chelan, but I really don't know what one. That's Green's Knob. That's their very last camera as we head up Lake Chelan, Steve. There's no camera farther north or northwest than that.
Am I looking at the moon up there?
That's the moon, yeah, the upper right-hand corner. That is the moon. By the way, we still got a lot of stuff up there. You know how much junk we've left on the moon? About 3.5 tons of human garbage are up there.
Is that right?
Well, everything that goes up doesn't come down.
That's
I mean, the lunar rovers and all kinds of whatever. It's all up there.
There's a golf ball up there too.
There's golf balls. There's a bunch of golf balls. There's just we kind of did to the moon what they're doing to Mount Everest right now. They climb it and then they leave all the garbage and they come back. So anyway, camera 4.
Maybe we can.
Maybe they can.
Maybe we can launch a waste management.
You know what? No. I just came up with a great idea. Make a difference day coming up.
Right? Oh, okay.
We'll clean up the moon. We send a bunch of folks up there to the moon.
There's a project.
With their nails on a stick, and we clean the moon up. Good morning to Union Valley. That's the elephant head that you see there, Steve, which I just learned from Kat a couple weeks ago. That's what they call it. And you can see it. You can see an elephant lying down on its right side, if you look, the mountain range.
If I stand on my head, maybe.
I
can't see it.
You got to use a little imagination or a little imagination, if you so desire.
Oh, okay. So those are his legs then sprawled out.
Yeah,
Then,
exactly.
Right? Okay, I got you. I got you.
The dark spot, almost in the middle of your screen, would be the elephant's head, and you can picture the elephant laying down on its right side.
All right. Okay.
You can't quite make that out?
I can see it.
Of course, it should be pointed
That
out.
would put the butt up near the 25-mile creek.
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
right?
You're getting it now. Steve also thinks that Lincoln Rock looks like James Buchanan. So, what do you do about that?
Somebody told me that all babies looked like Winston Churchill.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Well, that's true. From the National Weather Service, here's your forecast. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere.
Beautiful.
Lots of sunshine. 80 today, that's above normal. 74. Our high yesterday, our normal high would be 73, so I'm taking that. 80 today, 82 on Thursday. High pressure is large and in charge. It's going to start moving a little bit on Friday. The jet stream is way up there. I mean, it's going up to over Alaska and then over down and sweeping into far eastern Montana, so we're looking pretty good. Weak cold front moves into the region really overnight Thursday into Friday. It's really not going to affect us a great deal. Still sunny and warm. A couple of clouds on Sunday, slight chance of showers. They were predicting yesterday at this time that those temperatures would be a little cooler for the weekend. They're saying, nope, we'll be okay. 77, 72, 73. No problems at all there. No real chance of measurable rain. Any kind of raindrops or sprinkle dinkles that we get over the weekend that you see graphically represented there would be in the mountains. We look to be fairly dry. I have no problems at all, and for the record, I still have plans of taking tomorrow afternoon off and going golfing.
Well, good for you.
While I can.
Good for you.
Yeah, need to do it.
Heading up to the Highlander?
Don't know yet. All I know is I have the need in my soul and in my being to take a stick and hit a little white golf ball really hard for about 4 hours.
By the way, I've been told that coming soon to our Sights and Sounds, we'll have a feature on the Highlander golf course.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody's paying attention. Steve gets paid to pay attention. Not so much for me. The news is 1 minute away and it's brought to you by Cascade Medical. Trained with a physical therapist who loves the outdoors as much as you do. Cascade Medical, partners in your health.
The physical therapists at Cascade Medical love the outdoors as much as you do. But sometimes where there's love, there's also pain. Let us help you get back to the activities that you love. Cascade Medical, partners in your health.
The NCW Live Channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and Other Stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Live Channel is your local TV station.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
Well, good morning and welcome to a Wednesday of September 26th. Again, I'm Steve Hare. Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Here's what's happening in the news today. Yesterday, let's start off. First of all, it was a commute from hell in Wenatchee. This was the scene of a two-car rear-end traffic accident yesterday on the George Seller Bridge. The accident happened around 3 in the afternoon on the Wenatchee side. Now that crash closed 2 of the 3 lanes of traffic. That, of course, caused major traffic backups and delays for motorists traveling to East Wenatchee yesterday afternoon. One of the drivers reportedly suffered minor injuries in that crash. We now shift to the east side. Around 30 minutes later, another traffic accident, this one reported in East Wenatchee on Eastmont Avenue and 3rd Street. That crash also caused some traffic delays, as you can see here from our Valley View Sky-Fi cams. Minor injuries also reported in that crash, but crews from Douglas County Fire District 2 that you can see there, they quickly cleared that scene. They're located, their headquarters and fire station there about 2 blocks from the scene of that accident, so that was fortunate. Also, each year, between 600 and 700 search and rescue operations are conducted in Washington State. On average, Chelan County accounts for maybe 40 to 50 of those. Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett says operations range from a lost hiker to the removal of a dead body. Either way, he says it's expensive.
The state law does not allow us to bill people, but we do put out an itemized inventory list of staffing and resources and what that search and rescue might have cost the taxpayers, and we'll send that out. And we've seen people send back in donations just for the thankfulness, because it was a good ending, happy story to something that could have went wrong, because sometimes people get injured in cold weather situations. It can go bad, and we're not be able to get people in there to get them out in time, and they can end up having being a fatality. So we've had some really good outcomes and people come back and say, hey, I want to pass this forward, and they've donated some money. And it's obviously, it might be a couple $1,000s in the big scope of things where it might have cost $10,000, $15,000 for the overall event. It's still nice to say, hey, this is some money we can put back into the program and we can use for some equipment or training in the future.
Now, the sheriff says search and rescue missions can cost upwards of $10,000 to $15,000 for each occurrence, but Burnett said the county has to bear the burden of all those costs.
But overtime costs are going to be a big one, is when we have individuals and it takes 2 or 3 or 4 personnel to go in, to whether we insert them with a helicopter or where they're hiking in. Sometimes those can be overnight, and so the cost can get pretty expensive for those as well. And then obviously the use of our volunteer services. Can't say enough about the time and the energy and the money that they save us, and their enthusiasm when they get involved as well.
Each year, the Chelan County Emergency Management Division of the Sheriff's Office is tasked with estimating a budget for search and rescue operations. With more and more people recreating in the wilderness of Chelan County, that budget continues to climb. On the political front, embattled Washington State House Representative Matt Manweller has announced that if elected in the upcoming election, he will not serve. The Republican lawmaker, who was recently terminated from his teaching position at Central Washington University as a result of an investigation into claims that he sexually assaulted students, said he will not serve another term in the legislature. Manweller is on the November ballot against Democrat Sylvia Hammond of Ephrata. He says in a prepared statement that if he's elected, he plans to resign. Manweller indeed was asked to resign by party leaders in response to new allegations he had a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old high school student back in 1997 when he was 27 years old. He has denied all those allegations. Wenatchee Valley College held a voter registration day observance. 2 booths were set up yesterday near the fountain in front of Van Tassel Hall, where they were signing people up. WVC student, Senate President Luis Estrada explains.
I think that a lot of people have just come up to us and just wanted to register to vote. So I think now, more than ever, we've had a bunch of people that just want to vote, whether it's because of continuing what is going on in the House or the Senate, or if they want to just completely change that, there's a lot of ignition for people to come out here and register.
Pretty successful drive they had yesterday. In fact, I had a chance to talk with one of the newly registered voters, Chase Peterson. Chase, so is this your first election or not?
Yes, it will be.
So what makes this election so important to you?
I just want to make sure my voice is heard and make sure I'm making a difference for my community and for like the future, and just make sure that the world I'm living in is the world I want to live in.
Great. So what do you see as the top issues going into this election?
Just like mainly like how people are treated. I want to make sure like people are treated the right way. I see a lot of stuff going around, and just there's a lot of inequality out there, and I want to make sure that the right person is in office that's gonna fix that.
By the way, October 8th is the deadline to register by mail or online for the November 6th election. After that date, you have to register in person at the county auditor's office. Also, a Chelan County Port District official says a decision could be coming later this fall on a new nonstop flight to San Francisco. The port's business development manager, Craig Larson, says 3 companies have expressed an interest in providing the service, including United Airlines.
United is one of the 3 airlines where it makes sense to have the direct flight. They have a hub at SFO. The other airlines are SkyWest and Alaska Air. So they're one of the 3.
Now, the port has raised $1 million, including federal funds and local matching money to be used by the airline to offset any financial risk for providing that air service. Now, the airport also announced that Horizon Air will add a 4th daily scheduled flight to SeaTac during the Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year holidays. Well, education. Kenroy Elementary 2nd grade teacher Veronique Paquette is one of 4 Washington teachers named as a state-level finalist for a National Teaching Award. Paquette, who's been teaching now for more than 30 years in the Eastmont School District, will find out in the spring if she's been selected for a Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching. The East Wenatchee teacher has received numerous awards over the years for her innovative science instruction. She was a finalist for the same award in 2014. It's the nation's highest honor for teachers of science, technology, engineering, and math. Winners receive $10,000 in addition to attending several recognition events. Well, the Greater Wenatchee Area Technology Alliance, or GWATA, holds its Innovator of the Year Awards luncheon today. Becca Freemuth with the organization gives us a preview of what the awards are all about.
The 18th Annual Innovator Awards luncheon is held at the Convention Center in Wenatchee on September 26th from 11:30 to 1:30. Over the years, we've recognized over 50 innovators in the area in a number of different ways. We've increased our awards from 2 that only feature businesses to now including educators and students as well. This year, we've had a lot of nominees from all around the region. We've got people up in Chelan, Cashmere, Leavenworth, Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, pretty much all of the school districts, all of the businesses, all around North Central Washington. So we're really excited to really showcase what this region is bringing to technology, entrepreneurship, and pretty much just innovation. So although GWATA hosts the event, it's not GWATA that is nominating and selecting these finalists and nominees. GWATA puts together an independent committee from around North Central Washington to look through the nominees and select the finalists and the winners. The nominees are all nominated by community members. We've got 5 amazing awards to present during the day that all include education, businesses, entrepreneurs, students, to really honor and recognize the work that they're doing in their everyday life. It's really a community event, and we are really happy that over 300 people come to this event to support these people, these students, these teachers who are really making a difference in our community. By presenting these awards, we really are able to show our community that important work is being done right here in North Central Washington. You don't have to go to Seattle to see the innovation, to see the technology. People are doing it here. So we're just really excited and proud that we have partners and supporters who support us to be able to host an event like this. The Innovator Awards is just one of the 30 events that we host throughout the year, and so we really encourage people to come check us out. We have a lot of different events at different complexities, as simple as Tech Talk, which is every month at Badger Mountain. That is a free event, purely networking, super fun. It's a great event to come and just kind of learn what GWATA is. And so if you can't make it out to the Innovator Awards, we'll be at Tech Talk on October 4th, and we'll see you there.
And again, the Innovator Awards luncheon is today at the Wenatchee Convention Center in the Grand Ballroom, 11:30 to 1:30. And by the way, NCW Live cameras will be there and rolling, and we'll bring you the entire event in a delayed broadcast at a later date. Well, finally, we now shift gears from high-tech to low-tech with a video that showcases one of Alaska's more unusual events. It's called car jumping, and Dan, it's kind of like Mission Ridge Ski Resort's dummy downhill, but on steroids. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Alaska Card Jump event, an annual event, pretty popular. I don't know, Dan. It'd be a lot of fun, wouldn't it?
As long as I don't have to drive.
No, well, I think they're pilotless cars.
Yeah,
but,
for the record, people weren't driving those
And again,
things,
don't
yeah.
attempt that at home, folks.
Yeah.
But hey, the things you see on Facebook.
It's Alaska. There's really not a lot to do up there, I suppose. I'm not too sure about it. Where do you find these things?
Isn't that fun? I think that was neat myself.
Oh, yeah,
I'd love to watch
I don't have a
that.
problem with it. I'm
Yeah.
a little
The
concerned about
cleanup, though, I would imagine,
Yeah.
would be kind of challenging.
That would not be fun at all.
Yeah.
50 degrees outside of our studio. Sunshine today, lower 80s again today, and again on Thursday. A little cooler, but quite a bit of sunshine on Friday and Saturday. I'll take you around the region. Kashmir, you're 45. Let's see here. Dryden. Downtown Dryden is at 45. Downtown Peshastin also at 45. Suburban Sebastian. Peshastin,
Suburban
44.
Sebastian.
44. A little cooler there in suburban Peshastin, Washington. The news with Grant Olson comes your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. 5, 6, and 10 are your three opportunities to watch the news on television, or as we like to say in the business, TV. Also available on our website on demand about 5:30. Also available on our Facebook page on demand at about 5:30. And with the various ways and machineries that you can get a hold of us, news guy Steve Hare.
See if I can get this without messing it up, huh? Okay, we'll
money's
try
on
it.
you.
Hey, folks, email us, news@ncwlife.com. Good way to get a hold of us. On our website, contact us, a little tab at the top of the page. Click that and talk to us there. Facebook and Twitter, always a good mode of communication. And then we also have a breaking news hotline on the phone at 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL, the breaking news hotline.
Sports, the obscure holiday. Today in history, birthdays. Everyone is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion. And then Erin Cass from Oldest Place. And Darrell Mitchell from the Wenatchee Wild. Busy show on this Wednesday. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 3 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCW Life Sports.
I'm NCW Life News Director Steve Hare.
Catch us on Local Tel Channel 12.
You can watch us on Charter Channel 19 or stream us live on ncwlife.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Where we cover the local high schools, the Wenatchee Wild, and the pro teams out of Seattle.
On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of rain.
Catch it all right here on the NCW Life channel.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
Back at it on this Wednesday, 25 minutes after the hour. Let's do sports. Busy night of high school sports, especially on the soccer pitch and on the volleyball courts. Let's go to the Les Schwab scoreboard, see who did what to whom. Wenatchee and Eastmont both victorious in soccer last night. The Wildcats shut out Davis actually 2-0 to improve to 4-1. They remain tied with the Panthers for first in the Big Nine standings. Wenatchee, meanwhile, got the better of West Valley at the Apple Bowl by a final of 3-1. In the Caribou Trail League, Chelan traveled to Okanagan, earned the 1-0 victory. Cascade earned their first win of the season. They won at Kashmir 3-1. On the B-side, Brewster, no trouble, shutting out Manson 5-0. The Bears are now 3-0-1 in Central Washington 2B play. Liberty Bell leads the pack at 4-0. They beat Oroville. The final was 11-0. Big crowd on hand last night. Boisterous crowd. Eastmont High School, the scene, the Wildcats and the Panthers in Big Nine volleyball back and forth contest would go the way of the Panthers in the opener, 25-23. Megan Wolf, as you just saw, providing the game-winning spike to win the first one. Now, in this second, things changed a little bit. Eastmont turned the tables. Britt Vaughn coming to life with the kill. The Wildcats won it 25-10. 28-18. I told you it was exciting. It took 2 hours to play this match. Vaughn will be serving again in just a couple of seconds. The game is on the line. We're now going to move to the third set, and it goes just out. Wenatchee will win that 25-10. Here is Vaughn's serve that just snuck out and gave Wenatchee the third set in a brief lead.
Vaughn, the 5'8" junior, with the approach. The serve,
There you go. So, at this point, Wenatchee leads 2-1. Eastmont battles back from behind in the fourth game. They forced a fifth and final game. They won that one, the fourth game, 25-20. There's the winning point there. So, the contest will go all the way to the fifth and deciding game. We'll go to game point. Eric Granstrom, Cleatwise on the call as it aired on the NCAA.
A point to Eastmont would win it here for the Wildcats. Service by Osborne. And the serve across. Down low goes Voschel. Ream gets it. Vaughn gets it across. Backline to Dexter. Up front to Redmond. Now the kill attempt, and it is out! And the point goes to Eastmont! And the Wildcats knock off the Panthers in the first meeting of the season here at Eastmont tonight, winning the fourth final of 15-12. How about that?
I don't know what it is when we play Wenatchee, but it's like after the third game, all the girls look at me and go, why do we always go 5 with them? It's like some kind of hoax or jinx, I don't know, but I'm just very proud of them for coming out on top, and they did it because they stayed together. They played together and they finished the ball.
That's Corinne Davis, the head coach of the Wildcats, joining Eric after the game. A hard-fought 3-2 win for the Wildcats. They improved 2-1 in Big 9 play. Wenatchee falls to 2-1 in league play. Another volleyball action last night. Les Schwab scoreboard, as you see, Cascade shut out Kashmir. Chelan blanked Okanagan. Manson shut down Tenasket. Brewster beat Waterville Mansfield 3-1. Everybody into the pool. To the Wenatchee YMCA Aquatic Center we go at East Wenatchee. And it was Wenatchee and Eastmont in the Big 9 swim meet. The second swim meet that really made the difference, Wenatchee finished 1-2-3 in the 200 freestyle with Brooklyn Dressel winning it in front of teammates Alice Eifert and Katla Kazulia. The Panthers will hold the lane from there. They won 119-67. Wildcats did come back. They won the final swim, the 400 free relay behind Emma Knott, Karen Kelly, Rosie Romeros, and Olga Murillo. Wenatchee improves to 4-0 in the season with the victory. The Mariners used 26 players. 10 of them were pitchers in last night's game against Oakland, and it would be the final substitute of the night that would make the difference. Backup catcher Chris Herman hit a walk-off 2-run home run in the bottom of the 11th to help the Mariners beat the Athletics, the final 10-8 at Safeco Field. It was his second homer as a Mariner, 24th of his 7-year Major League career. His heroics came after a really bad start from Mike Leake. He didn't even make it to the third inning. He lasted only an inning and a third. He was shelled for 6 runs, 8 hits, 9 guys out of the bullpen then came in, and they held things pretty much in check. And then Alex Colome got the win. He pitched to scoreless top of the 11th. Nelson Cruz, Gene Segura went deep for Seattle, who finishes the season series with Oakland tonight at 7:10. Good seats still available. King Felix will start for the M's. Edwin Jackson will go for the A's. In the American League West last night, earlier in the night, Houston beat Toronto 4-1 behind Alex Bregman's 2-run home run. Then the Astros went back to their team hotel and became big Mariner fans to see if Seattle could knock off Oakland. And if they did, Houston would clinch the American League West.
And that one's hit deep to right. That'll do it. Pinch hitter Chris Herman with a 2-run homer, and the Mariners defeat the Athletics.
Why do we keep showing footage of our Monday morning staff meeting instead of the highlights? The Astros won their 100th of the season. By the way, everybody's said now in the American League, of course, as you know, we know the 5 teams. In the National League, there's only one team that's punched their ticket with just 5 games to go. That's sports at 30 minutes after the hour. Let's do the obscure holiday of the day today. Today, September 26th is Love Note Day, an official holiday. It's an official holiday now. I just made it. Write and send notes full of love to that special person in your life. Love notes are now a forgotten art. Kind of like letter writing in and of itself has become a forgotten art. So today, walk away from your computer screen, get some nice stationery, nice pen, sit in a nice inspiring place in the sunshine and write that special one that you love, a love note. That's my advice. And remember, you don't have to write love notes to the romantic person in your life. If you just have a friend or a family member that you love a lot, let them know. Write them a love note. It is Love Note Day. The love note needs to be written today. Can you tell I haven't slept a lot? Cat in my earpiece says, yes, neither has she. Oh, I can't wait for Erin and Daryl to get on this show to bail me out. Let's do Today in History, September 26, 1905. 113 years ago, Albert Einstein published his first paper on the special theory of relativity. And there it is, and I will explain it to you now. I don't know what it is. He's a lot smarter than I am. Surround yourself with smarter people. You'll get a long way in life. Albert Einstein said E equals mc squared on this date, published it anyway, and everybody went, okay, works for us. It happened 113 years ago. Today is the 49th anniversary of the release of the final Beatles album that they recorded anyway. The album, of course, is Abbey Road. Abbey Road was not the last album released by the Beatles, but it was the last album recorded by the Beatles. Some great music on that album, no doubt about it. Considered one of the very best ones ever. After it was all said and done, many, many years later, all the members of the Beatles said, we kind of sort of knew it would be our final album. There was a lot of friction in the group, but they said, why don't we just put all that stuff aside, get back in the studio, record like we used to, and go aside, and end our career on a high note as the Beatles, and they did exactly that. Abbey Road hit record stores on this date, September 26, 1969. And September 26, 1983, 35 years ago, the longest winning streak in sports history came to an end. Australia, too, won the America's Cup. It was the first time the United States did not win the America's Cup after 132 years of domination. I know we have a lot of people who like to yacht, and I thought I'd throw that out there. Let's do some birthdays. For September 26th, Ivan Pavlov, the psychologist and physician, the Russian, of course, Nobel Prize laureate, known for his work in classical conditioning. We all know the story of Pavlov's dog. Ivan Pavlov, born in this state in 1849, died at the age of 86 back in 1936. Pope Paul VI was born in this state in 1897, passed away in 1978 at the age of 80. He's now a saint. He achieved sainthood about 4 years ago now. He was the first pope ever to travel to the United States. It's hard to believe that, isn't it? But it wasn't until 1965 before a pope traveled to this country, and he was the first to do that. He was born in the state in 1897. George Gershwin, the pianist and composer, didn't live very long, but in his 38 years, he wrote some great stuff. Porgy and Bess, Rhapsody in Blue, I Got Rhythm. The Gershwin songbook is part of the American culture. George Gershwin was born in the state in 1898. And I think she's the greatest tennis player, regardless of sex, of all time, Serena Williams. Of course, she was on hiatus for a great deal of the time following her pregnancy, but she's still, but there's no question she's the greatest female tennis player of all time. I think we can all agree on that. She may very well be the greatest tennis player of all time. She's 37 years old. Today. It's 34 minutes after the hour. If you know a local celebrity, by the way, who celebrated a birthday, get them to us. Go to our Facebook page, private messages, and we'll get it on the television show, or as we like to say in the business, TV. Going to take a break. When we come back, everyone is entitled to Mike Magnotti's opinion, and then my visit with Erin Cass from Wellness Place and Darrell Mitchell from the Wenatchee Wild. Busy 26 minutes left of this program. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel. Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by Local Tel. Hands Across the Bridge is this Saturday from noon to 5:30 at the Walking Bridge in Walla Walla Point Park for National Recovery Month. Speakers and food will be in the park after. Saturday and Sunday is the Autumn Leaf Festival and Parade in downtown Leavenworth. Bring the family to this free event celebrating the turning colors. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Leavenworth Oktoberfest. Fall is in the air and so is the aroma of sizzling bratwurst. It's time once again for the Leavenworth Oktoberfest. Enjoy 3 full weekends of fun for everyone. Your thirst will be satisfied with a variety of authentic German beer, and your hunger will be filled with German brats right off the grill. The sounds of Oompa will be delivered in 4 venues with live non-stop entertainment. For information or to purchase tickets, go on to leavenworthoktoberfest.com.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
Okay, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, during my senior year of high school, I used to play music over the PA system before classes started, and one day I was playing some Bob Dylan. Well, one of the teachers was listening, and she said, "I like Bob Dylan's music, but I wish somebody else would sing the songs." And then she walked out of the office, and thankfully out of my life. Bob Dylan, voice and all, he's a legend. And this crazy lady wanted somebody else to sing his songs. I mean, like him or hate him, that's fine, okay, but whatever. But Bob Dylan is who he is. He's a music icon, was then, is now. And because of his lyrics and also because of his vocalizing, somebody else should sing his songs. Sheesh. It's just another example of having an education but still being stupid. Okay, well, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion.
NCW Life Channel is proud to present the Spotlight on Business. We're going behind the scenes to bring you the story of local businesses throughout North Central Washington. How did they get started, and why are they so successful? We'll answer these and other questions each week with Spotlight on Business, Sundays through Fridays on the NCW Life Channel. As the leaves change their colors, Leavenworth prepares for their fall celebration, the Autumn Leaf Festival. All weekend, your family can enjoy many activities, including dancing, live music, inflatables, and the Grand Parade Saturday at noon. Please thank our sponsors who supported this message.
Dr. Bradford O'Brien, DDS Leavenworth. They care about your smile. Give them a call, 548-5415.
When you want to get the word out about your business, call the NCW Life Channel. We can help you with video commercials and website advertising.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you. And welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Erin Cass is the Executive Director of Wellness Place. She's been on this show many, many times. In fact, she has an open invitation to come on
I extended that to Erin a long time ago. I said, anytime you want to come on the show, you can come on the show. She wasn't actually supposed to accept it. It was just to be nice. Well, she's here.
I show up every day.
Please do me a favor, bail me out of this show.
Oh.
This show is a black dinner tux, and I'm wearing brown shoes. This is what's going on today.
Brown and black match now. That's the thing.
Is that the new
yep,
thing?
It's
okay.
the new thing.
Thank you for bailing me out. Wellness Place, we love you. We don't need to Wellness Place 101. You know what they do. They do great work. But I haven't seen you for a while. So what you been up to?
We've been busy.
That's good and bad.
Yeah, right. So Wellness Place, we help those who are fighting cancer in our region, so Chelan, Douglas, Okanagan, and Grant counties. And we're busy. We just meet new people every day. We get direct referrals from Confluence Health, local providers. We meet people from all ages, all walks of life, all diagnoses. So
I had the good folks from the Cancer Care House up on Castle Rock.
Yeah.
They had an open house a couple of weeks ago. They were on the show. They sang the praises of Wellness Place.
Oh.
You two have a nice partnership.
We
going.
really do. They've been 25-year anniversary, so we work hand in hand. We have to. It's too big of an issue, too big of a cause, so we love them.
And this is a great, Wenatchee being the medical hub for North Central Washington, that's really one of the critical things that they do. Yeah, there's people here in the Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, the greater area, who are fighting the big C, and they need the help spiritually and financially, whatever. But the specialty, you really specialize in the folks from the Omak, Okanagan area, out in the basin, the people who have to physically travel here for their treatment.
Yes.
And they need places to stay, and they need gas money and stuff like that.
Yeah, this past year, actually in 2018 alone, we've allocated $24,000 in gas cards alone and bus passes just so people can access their medical appointments.
Which is critical. How did the gala go? I missed it.
Oh, it was so much fun.
What was the theme this year?
Havana Nights.
Oh, okay.
And we raised well over $40,000, just generous sponsors. People showed up. We had a lot of fun. And yeah, it's always in September, so I hope to get it out there more, and we're probably going to move it back to Pybus, local tel, Pybus.
Yes, the local tel event center at the Pybus.
Which can accommodate more people. So next year will be bigger and better.
Cool.
Yep.
I love it. Karen Rutherford was going to join us.
Yes.
She's a little under the weather, is that right?
Yes.
You're not feeling too good. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're not going to talk about what we're here to talk about. The Bra Chandelier is back. Chandelier 101.
Oh, well, thanks to Pybus Market and Steve Robinson, they graciously, there's a picture right there. We come together and we decorate bras, and people come for a lot of different reasons, but we provide all the supplies, the glue guns, everything. And this evening at Pybus Market, between 4 and 7, you can stop by for 10 minutes, stay an hour. We'll have all the materials. You can laugh with your friends, make it meaningful to you. And these bras that are decorated will be hung at Pybus Market on the bra chandelier.
Do you bring your own bra
Yes.
or bras supplied?
We have a few there, but bring your own bra if you could.
Okay. Would I be moderately embarrassed if I went to Savoy or Collins or Macy's and got a couple of bras and brought them down? I mean, I'm comfortable with that.
I think you should do that.
Okay.
I welcome that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The inspiration behind this, the bra chandelier. Because when you walk in the Pybus and it's hanging there, it's the first thing you see. You saw the video. Your eyes go right to it. And people go, what is that?
Right. And
why is it and what is it?
Well, it's a bit shocking when you see it, and that's for good reason, in that I hope it sparks one's memory or to be mindful of getting a mammogram, to be aware that, hey, it's been a year or two and I need to schedule that appointment. And that's really what it's all about. It also draws meaning for people. Everyone has been touched by cancer. Some people have lost people to cancer. So it's just a way that people can really express and be creative and just acknowledge people that in their lives, or maybe they're themselves if they're a cancer survivor. It's just really a powerful event, but it's done in a way that is approachable. And all ages are there. There's 10-year-old children doing it. There's 80-year-old people. So it's
the idea is to get the message across, and if it takes who's kidding who? There are people who are offended by it. Why, I don't know. But that's okay too, because that means they're paying attention.
Yes. Yep. We've gotten a few letters, but Yeah.
That's fine. And it works, too, because I believe you've told me this story. That there was a woman who saw it. Well, tell the story. It's a great story.
Yeah.
She realized she was a little behind in her mammogram.
Yes,
Tell the story.
I think it was 2 years ago. She walked by and saw the bra chandelier. She called and scheduled a mammogram, and she actually was diagnosed with an early diagnosis, thank God. But it really it's all about prevention, getting in there, doing your mammogram. And she's doing really well today, I'm grateful to say.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. So it worked.
It worked, yes.
It worked.
Yes.
So you're putting the bra chandelier together today again, right?
Yes,
From 4 to
this
6.
evening. Yes, we're actually, the bras are being decorated this
Okay,
evening.
so you're
the actual
doing-
hanging of the bras is October 2nd
Okay.
at Pybus Market at 3:30. So anyone who wants to join is welcome to come.
And that would be Tuesday of next week, right?
Yep, Tuesday of next week.
So, and there would be a ceremonial bra hanging. I think
Yes.
that may be the first time anybody's ever said that on live television.
It's quite a system, actually.
And then it's going to be there for the entire month of October for the most
Entire
part?
month, yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's there, and it's a fixture at Pybus. I think people are coming to expect to see it, and the vendors and store owners are really pretty gracious about it. So.
Yeah, and it's really cool. And then, well, there it is. This one more time.
Yep.
This is what we're talking about. You walk into Pybus and you go, that's a bunch of bras. I'd like to see that thing maybe a little fuller, if you,
Yep,
you
we
know,
will.
like full of bras. So, I'm using some really stupid metaphors here today. You know what we need to do? We need to bring Daryl in. What do you think? Should we bring Daryl in?
Save us, yeah.
Yeah, let's take a quick break. I might be back. Certainly Daryl will be here with Erin. Daryl from the Wenatchee Wild. We're going to talk about Pink in the Rink. When we come back, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
You need to go buy that bra.
As the leaves change their colors, Leavenworth prepares for their fall celebration, the Autumn Leaf Festival. All weekend, your family can enjoy many activities, including dancing, live music, inflatables, and the Grand Parade Saturday at noon. Please thank our sponsors who supported this message.
Bring the family to the Enzian Falls Putting Course, open to all ages until dusk. The Enzian Fall is family fun for all. Chocolat, your neighborhood fine handmade chocolate shop. Great for gift giving or as your own special treat.
Only one country could build a truck like this. Designed in California, engineered in Michigan, tested in Arizona, and assembled in Mississippi. Powered by Cummins of Indiana. The all-new Nissan Titan. It's an American classic. Is it on your list? Come down and see us at Town Nissan behind Costco in East Wenatchee.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas. And introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniac. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by Local Tel. The annual Dahlia Show is this Saturday and Sunday at Pybus Market. Come see the state's best collection of dahlias at this free event. Also at Pybus is Sage's Child Advocacy Center When I Grow Up 5K Fun Run and Walk. It's happening on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
And welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. There are 2 types of businesses, those that just collect money and look at profit and loss statements, and there's the kind of businesses and organizations that say we're here to stay and we love our valley and we're going to pay it forward to be a part of the Wenatchee Valley instead of just cashing checks. And I'm talking, of course, about the Wenatchee Wild, who are involved in so many different things, including Wellness Place and Pink at the Rink. And here to talk about that is Darrell Mitchell. Hi, Daryl.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. You're a first-timer. All first-timers get the same question. A little something about Daryl. Give us a little background on yourself.
I'm from Denver, Colorado. I moved here a year ago, and I'm loving the city. So that's kind of where I'm at.
How did you get the gig?
Family.
Okay. Oh, so
related to Bliss Littler.
Oh, see, it's not who you know. It's who Daryl is related to.
Exactly.
So you like it?
Oh my gosh, yes. It's a small town. Way just kind of like Colorado, but small scale. So.
But Denver's a beautiful city.
Oh,
it's a great city.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I want to say Wenatchee's just as gorgeous too, though.
Just smaller.
You can say that. Yes, just
you
smaller.
Can say that. Just smaller. What is exactly that you do in the Wenatchee Wild organization?
I do all the events, the marketing, and I do a little bit of sales on the side. So.
Okay.
I kind of do it all.
So you inherited a job that's been around for a while, because every night at the Wenatchee Wild have a home game, there's a theme, and some themes are bigger and more important and more traditional than others, and we're here specifically to talk about Pink in the Rink, which is back again.
Yes, it is, and I'm excited.
That's a lot of work, by the way, isn't it?
It is, but it's for a great cause, and so I love doing it.
And it's all to benefit Wellness Place, of course.
Yes.
And it's done. The reason we're talking about breast cancer, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
It's not just it's not just a cosmetic thing. It's a thing that really needs to be done. So same kind of deal, something new, something different. What's going on with Pink at the Rink this year?
So this year it is actually on December 7th. We moved the date, and it's against Penticton, and Confluence and Wellness Place came together, and we are working on moving that event, hopefully to bring more awareness to the Valley, keep that idea alive. And with that, we also have our Painting on the Ice, which is a free event, and it goes spectacular every year. And that is on December 3rd from 5 to 6:30. And it really, I want to say, helps in the fact that people can come, they can write down their name of their loved one or the ones that they are fighting for, or even if they want to write their own name. And it really brings the community together, and that's a huge event on our end. And I want to say that not only adds to the event itself, but we also have other things like our LED batons that we give out. We have 25,000 of those to give away this year.
Wow.
So I'm excited for that.
But the Town Jonas Center only seats about 4,500. What do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to give them away the whole month?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we're giving them away at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
So they can walk in, get a free LED, light up a baton, and wave it around in the game, which the arena looks gorgeous with it when the lights are all off and the pink is all going everywhere. So we have that, and then with that, we have the $15 tickets that Wellness Place is selling, and $5 of that will actually go back to them to help for the cause.
Well, good for you.
We're selling 500 at Wellness Place, so anyone can stop by at any time, pick one up, and they're great seats too.
That's a great fundraiser for you guys.
It really is. We're really appreciative.
And is the bra chandelier going to make the trip over, or what's going to happen with that? Because it says in December, because it's.
We certainly could. I think the tree is actually the Christmas tree.
Right.
So no, we won't be, but maybe we'll wear them outside our clothes.
That would actually be pretty cool.
That would be pretty. I think we just came up with a marketing idea.
There you go. You're welcome.
I like that idea.
For those of you who don't know, that we showed the bra chandelier earlier on the program. It's actually the Pybus Public Market Christmas tree turned upside down, which looks cool.
A little known secret.
A little known secret, which is now, well, since nobody watches the show, it's still a little known secret. But then, of course, they turn it right side up, and it becomes the Pybus Christmas tree for the Christmas season. So since this is December 7th, is when they're going to have it. Obviously, it'll be set up at Pybus, so that makes perfect sense.
That's okay, though. But the jerseys, what about the jerseys?
We also have our jersey auction that money too that is raised from those will actually go back as well to Wellness Place and Confluence for cancer survivors and for the cause. So that is also another good fundraising event for them too.
And it should be pointed out, moving into December 7th was a good idea because Penticton's in town, and they're probably our biggest rival.
Yes.
The one team that probably has, what's that?
I said, oh yes, Penticton.
So well, let's talk hockey. What does Bliss say about Penticton?
I want to say regardless, they're probably a good group to have in.
Yeah.
They're a fun game. I want to say, you just think of Penticton and you're just a little fired up. You're okay, it's Penticton. So it's one of those games where you want to come, you want to see Penticton play. I don't know why we're rivals, but we are.
Well, geographically, we're probably as close together as any other, for us. We're kind of an outpost in the BCHL. We're, way down here. It's Wenatchee. But Penticton is fairly close. They bring Rooter buses in. They've done that every year. They're always well behaved. They come down, they have a great time, but Penticton brings the fans with them.
Oh, they do.
And they sit behind the bench and they cheer on their team. And we do the same.
Yes, every time I feel. I want to say this year, though, we are going to Langley instead on our fan bus. We're trying to spice it up a little, move it around, trying to get fans everywhere.
When you go to work every day and you see the Doyle Cup sitting there in the office, it's probably a kind of a neat little way to start your day. You walk in the door and you see a big trophy that says, hey, we are number one.
That's right. I see both and I'm yes, this is all what it's for. Working for those players. So it's a great accomplishment on their part, for sure.
The one thing that I really love is Bliss and Gretchen are staying here. This is so cool. That's so neat. We talked about the Wenatchee Wild. They're paying it forward and they're staying and they're here and they're doing great work in the community. But Bliss and Gretchen do the same thing.
Oh, for sure. Definitely do.
So, and he loves to talk hockey.
Oh, he does. I
Yeah.
feel like it's hockey because the kids play, they play. We are there every day. I think it's a whole family little right there.
And it's a kind of a strange schedule. The Wenatchee Wild, I think, are going to be 12 or even 13 games into their season before they finally have a home game.
Yes.
Gives you lots of time to prepare.
Well, yeah, especially when we went in so late into playoffs and ending our season later than normal is actually kind of a good thing for us.
Yeah, the Wenatchee Wild played like 35 more games than they normally would because they went all the way to the all the way. While you were here, because I want to talk to you about this, what do you have plans for opening night? Because you got some banners to raise, you got some rings to hand out. What's going to happen on the first game of the home season?
So we actually have our banner drop for our 3 banners that we won last year. We'll have our ring ceremony for all the returning players and coaching staff and regular staff. We will also have our unveiling of our trophy case that will be down on the Town Toyota concourse. And on top of that, we have some special little events, like we have live music. The 509 band will be there to perform before. And then we have introductions of a lot of new stuff this year.
Okay.
So there's still going to be some good surprises for home opener.
And new jerseys, too. You're breaking out some new jerseys this year.
Yes, we changed our logo, and our new jerseys are looking sharp on the boys. We changed from being blue to black for our home and away jerseys, and I think the boys love it, we love it, and so do the fans.
Now, we talked about how Pink at the Rink has been there almost as long as the Wild has been there. It's one of those promotions that they do every year, and it's not so much a promotion as it is what we've been talking about. But some of the ones will be back. Cowbell Night are coming back, and some of the old favorites that everybody loves are coming back again this year, such as
home opener is also Cowbell Night.
Okay.
On top of that, so we were gonna be loud on an Anaimo's playing that night, so that will be a good night in itself. We have our LED batons like we have. We have, I want to say, I don't remember the rest, but there's some good ones coming for sure.
Well, I'm first of all, welcome to the big city. And if you need anything at all, I got Erin's cell phone.
Right here. Yep.
Yes.
Let's finish up where we began, Erin. Tonight, Pybus 4 to 6.
Yep.
Bring your bra.
4 to 7. Stop
4 to
in.
7. I'm sorry.
10 minutes, 15 minutes. We have everything there. Just bring your bra.
So my guess is, you go out and have a nice dinner, a couple of glasses of wine, and go down and hang around with the girls.
Absolutely.
This isn't just for girls. Anybody can do this.
No, and in fact, Pink in the Rink too. While it is Pink in the Rink, we want to recognize all cancers, and so we will have ribbons there that are all different colors. For instance, my mom passed from ovarian cancer, so that's a teal color. So we'll have all different ways to express and acknowledge cancer and how it's affected everybody's lives. So.
And how do people help Wellness Place in just general helpfulness? Hi, Erin, here's some gas cards, here's some money, I got time. What do they do?
A lot of people drop by donations of quilts. They bring by wigs maybe that weren't being used, or money for gas cards. Stop by 609 Okanagan Avenue. You're welcome anytime. But we just appreciate this community so much. We've never been busier, and we could use people's help.
Daryl, have you figured out this is a pretty cool place to live? Have you figured that one out yet?
Yes.
Good.
It's gorgeous for the hikes and everything like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's about the people, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely a community in itself.
Yeah, it really is. This is why we live here.
Wenatchee Wild has helped us for 10 years, and well over $20,000 is raised each Pink in the Rink. So.
And they don't have to do it. That's the cool part. They're under no obligation to do that, but they do it because they do it.
They roll out the pink carpet for us every year. So.
Have fun tonight at the Pybus.
Are you going to be there?
With my bra on. Tomorrow on this, quit laughing, Kat. Alan Moen will be on this program tomorrow. Alan. He's got a big party coming up at his winery in Antioch. And then on Friday, it's Bonnie Orr, my good friend. Until then, have a great Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.